Hello, what's up everybody? My name is Mike Brown, aka Review King MB, and I just got done watching, for the first time ever, Runaway Bride. Runaway Bride is a 1999 film that was directed by Gary Marshall. It reunites Julia Roberts and Richard Gere, coming off of Pretty Woman 9 years earlier. In this film, you have Richard Gere as Ike Graham. He gets presented a possible story of this woman who has run away from like 3 weddings by this point, left guys at the altar, literally left them there, and it's becoming a serial issue. She's breaking hearts and taking names along the way. He not only writes a story about it, he also goes to investigate this woman. This woman is Maggie, played by Julia Roberts, and she really doesn't think she's doing anything wrong. She thinks she just has had bad luck or hasn't met the right guy. And what do you know? She's engaged to be married now! So Richard Gere wants to follow her around and sort of see if she does this yet once again. Now, what I thought of Runaway Bride was, I guess I enjoyed the movie. I enjoyed watching it. I didn't dislike watching it. I just feel like I'm noticing a pattern with Julia Roberts in these movies where she just plays a horrible, horrible human being. I know that she's not being malicious. I know that she's not purposely doing these things to make these characters have a broken heart and be left alone, and some of them develop a drinking problem, and some of them in just the worst case scenarios. I know it's not her intentions. I know it's not what she was trying to do, but it doesn't change the fact that she's doing it. And so I feel like Hollywood, they must have just been looking at Julia Roberts, seeing her performances, seeing how beautiful she was, and saying, alright, look, she's so beautiful, she's so likable, that we're gonna cast her in the worst roles, the worst characters, these characters that are horrible people, and America's gonna love her though because it's Julia Roberts. So it's okay that she's doing all these bad things. It's okay that she's constantly making people feel terrible in their lives because it's Julia Roberts. Yes. So I guess she had that going on for her. Performance wise, she's good in the movie, so it's not even that. It's just, man, the directions that this movie goes in. I guess that's just some of the issues that I had. Richard Gere as Ike Graham, I liked him because I feel like he was more animated and he had a lot more to do compared to Pretty Woman, for example. Pretty Woman, he's very like stiff and proper, and he's rich, and so you don't really see him emote as much as in this movie. He has more personality, and he gets kind of a kick out of making Julia Roberts' life miserable, and all the times that he's following her around, getting close to her family and friends, and learning information about her, getting the proof that he needs to validate his stories and show that he shouldn't have been fired the way that he was over it. Christopher Maloney plays Bob. He is the guy that Julia Roberts is currently engaged to. It's kind of funny to see Christopher Maloney in this movie because my girlfriend and I have been binge watching Law and Order SVU because she wanted to binge it because she really likes Christopher Maloney's character, Elliot Stabler. On that show, she loves his character, loves how crazy and how high-tempered he can get. And so watching him here, it just was such a different thing, I guess. I mean, he was all about football, all about that, but he was a good guy. You felt bad knowing that there's no way she's going to actually marry this dude, given her history. Joan Cusack plays Peggy. She's the long best friend of Julia Roberts, and I didn't realize until watching this movie. I mean, I know that Joan Cusack was in the Addams Family movie, but I'm just now realizing that she does the voice of Jessie from Toy Story. I'm watching this film, I'm hearing her voice, and I'm saying, what, where am I, what, and oh, it clicked to me. And of course I look it up to make sure before I sound stupid. But yeah, no, that's definitely her. Rita Wilson, I want to mention her as Ellie Graham. She was the ex-wife of Richard Gere's character, but yet he's still close with her. He still hangs out with her. There are scenes where he's kind of all over her and his arm around her and stuff, even though she's married to his boss, and he's still like friends with his boss and whatnot. But it was a weird situation there. I guess it's more mature that they were able to get divorced and still be on good terms. It's probably the better way to go. You're so used to seeing people just be horrible to each other after. But I don't know. Seeing them not be horrible or seeing them still be so close was just very weird every time I saw them interact. But it's really the ending. And I don't want to get too spoilery, I guess. You know what? F it. This movie is how old? Over 20 years old. I'm going to get into spoilers for this film. I'm going to talk about why the movie was nice. It's a romantic comedy, so it's fun and nice to watch on that level. But when you get to the part of the movie where Richard Gere starts to fall in love with Julia Roberts himself, you think, oh my god, you idiot, you idioso. How do you fall in love with this woman that you've already investigated and that you've already gotten even more proof that she is a person that, again, doesn't do it on purpose. She just can't take the pressure. She can't take the situation. She runs away each and every single time that she can. And so he falls for her. So now you have all that going on. And then not only do they end up kissing during the rehearsals of her wedding with Christopher Maloney, which, man, that one punch was not enough to show the level of anger that he should have had for Richard Gere. But then Richard Gere and her end up getting married themselves in that church on that date. And what do you know? She gets scared. She runs away from Richard Gere. And so it just makes Richard Gere look like a complete fool, a complete idiot. He should have already known better. And then what happens after that? She then feels bad and goes back to Richard Gere and gets him to marry her again. And they're supposed to live happily ever after. I just thought this was ridiculous. This was contrived to have them get together. I know that they do have chemistry, especially because of the Pretty Woman thing. I didn't realize the age difference, though. Maybe it's because of the gray hair with Richard Gere. He's like 18 years older than her, so it's kind of weird in that sense. But more so, just this whole situation, it just was very implausible. It was hard to make Julia Roberts look as innocent or as the right woman for him to be with. It just felt like a doomed, unhealthy relationship from the start. Anyways, guys, that's just my thoughts on Runaway Bride. I am glad that, though, that I have watched it. There are so many Julia Roberts movies that I'm watching for the first time. We'll add this to the list. Let me know in the comments below if you like this movie, if you grew up on it, if you do have some of the same issues that I do. Thanks for watching. Like, comment, subscribe. Later!